Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to the Workplay TV channel. We finally got winter here in central Nova Scotia. We got a bit of snow yesterday, got to use the 350 again. Worked great, worked really great. I love that truck for plowing. So, and then we're supposed to get some snow on Sunday too, so it's about time. It really is. It's a bit windy, so hopefully again it's picking up through the sound okay. But yeah, you know, you're a little sort of, yeah, the wind's really good. So your sort of Nova Scotia weather update. It's been cold. It's been like minus 20 degrees Celsius at night, minus 10 during the day. It's freezing. It's freezing. The lakes are awesome for skating and stuff. And if we get a bit more snow, I don't know what it's like sort of in the more northern parts. Maybe they got a bit more snow. But if we get a bit more snow on Sunday, the snowmobiling will be awesome. I don't have a snowmobile though, but it will be awesome. But yeah, finally the weather came. So I posted a picture the other day of something. That something is right there. I bought a Toyota FJ Cruiser, and it sort of takes the right kind of person to buy one of these vehicles. They're good for a lot of things, and they're not good for a lot of things. They're really good for off-roading. They're really good for, you know, throwing the dogs in the back or anywhere. They're really good for sort of using as a bit of a work vehicle because they're so basic. You know, they're plastic on the inside. There's no carpets. There's not like soft touch material that you're gonna get scratched and stuff by throwing tools in there or dogs' claws and stuff. And those are a lot of the reasons why I bought this vehicle. But I'm sort of gonna go into a bit more detail of why I bought it. But I bought this vehicle, you know, for those reasons, basically. But I'm going to go into that a bit more. It just saves me from not having to use, you know, my 250. I don't need to use my 2017 F250 Lariat Ultimate. Don't have to use my 2019 F350 XLT Premium. My 550's down there, you know, that's my tow rig. That's what I use to get my machine around. So, you know, I'm not going to be using that a lot of the time anyway, because my operator will have that machine, that truck in the machine. Or if I'm using it, then that means I'm running the machine. So last year, you know, we had an older vehicle. We had this vehicle right here. We had this 2007 Toyota Tundra. And this was sort of my beat around vehicle for that stuff, going into places where I know that I didn't want to take the new trucks, sites that are grown in, taking it back to the camp and stuff, you know, for personal reasons too, right? That's what I had this vehicle for. I could throw the dogs in the back, and away I went. If I had to go to a site that I knew was grown in or doing site inspections to plan my summer for vegetation management and stuff, I'd go into these sites first and check them out, and a lot of them are grown in. I would take this truck. Or if I knew that the road was just torn to pieces, I would take this truck. Because, you know, I've got the off-road tires on it. The General Grabber X3s are on this. It's got a 3-in-2 leveling kit. You know, it's built for that. I configured this truck, you know, for those reasons. And it's a 2007, and it had 400,000 kilometers on it. But here it sits. The transmission went in this thing, so Toyota says. But it's not throwing any transmission code, so go figure. Anyway, I'm trying to sell this truck, you know, as is. It would be an amazing truck for someone who had some mechanical, you know, background. Buy a rebuilt transmission or a secondhand transmission and throw it into this thing because it's awesome. Boiler dual exhaust. The engine is still like runs perfectly. Backup camera. I've got airbags on this. Anyway, so that's what I had that vehicle for last year. And I replaced my 2009 350 and my 2007 Tundra with my 2019 F350 because they were both, you know, the 09 was starting to cost me money. It was a V10, it was hard on fuel. So I replaced the 2 trucks with 1 truck, make the payment, and just go. And the fuel savings from this, the diesel, the 6.7 to the V10, over 75,000 kilometers a year, which is basically what I drive in one of these trucks per year. The fuel savings pretty much makes my payment in the end. So we bought this. I got this about a week ago. So this is a 2007 Toyota FJ Cruiser. It's got 200,000 kilometers on it, so it's 120,000 miles. The body is in pretty much absolutely perfect condition. There's one small little dent on the passenger side that you can barely see, but rust wise there's 0 rust. Underneath, it's been undercoated every year. Underneath looks very good, and it's got a few extra features on it that I definitely enjoy, and it just helps. So it's got a 3-inch lift, Fox 2.0 shocks with Camberg upper control arms. You can see the Fox shocks, Camberg control arms all the way around. And I've had this back to the camp a few times, and the thing just drives amazing. It's all full of salt right now, but they are all Fox. So I had this back to the camp a few times now, and it drives amazing going back there. I've had it on some pretty crappy site roads, because that's the reason why I bought this. And it just floats along the road. It drives friggin' awesome. It's got MagnaFlow exhaust, so it does sound, pretty good. Not that that really mattered. I didn't really care about that at all, to be honest with you. It just happened to come with it. There's the Fox shocks, Camberg control arm, and it's got a Smittybilt 9,500 pound synthetic winch. So, and the roof rack, that's extra too. So this vehicle, they're hard to find to begin with, and if you can find one that's in really good condition around these parts, rust wise, then awesome. The thing will last you a long time. I know a couple people I know of, they've had them and they've loved them. They've had no problems with them whatsoever. But this winch is about 500 bucks Canadian. The suspension setup is about 2 grand. The roof rack, that's like 800 bucks. So we're over 3 grand sort of in options on this thing right now. It's got LED headlights. That's not a huge cost, but it's cool to have. But those are all things that you don't necessarily need. But if you buy one of these things, there's a good chance you're gonna do some of that stuff. And this already came with it. So like I said about the dogs. So with the dogs, with the seats folded down, there is a boatload of room in here. I better turn that radio off so I don't get any copyright issues here. Tools in here, I've got, a vacuum cleaner. I'm just going around doing some site inspections and stuff. But they can, I can sleep in here. I can absolutely sleep in here. The seat's folded down, the blanket's tucked in. There is loads and loads and loads of room. This one has a DVD player. I'm gonna do a much more sort of in-depth walk around and a more in-depth walk around review of this vehicle. This also does come with the FJ tire, spare tire cover. The front, I've got even more tools and stuff, and I'm good to go. I'm good to go. So I added 2 things to this vehicle so far. They were each $15 from Canadian Tire, and they are this little cushion, because I don't really like the seating position. It has you tipped back a bit, and this little cushion sort of just gets me up. But what I'm gonna eventually do is I'm gonna take these bolts out the back, and I'm gonna put some spacers in there, and I'm gonna bring the back of the seat up a little bit. You can adjust it up and down, but I do spend a lot of time in these vehicles, so I want to be comfortable. I'm not comfortable, I just know it could be better. And also I bought this steering wheel cover because it is a second-hand vehicle, and I did sort of disinfect it, but the steering wheel is like one of the dirtiest things that you can even come in contact with. So I bought this $15 steering wheel cover and put that on. That's it for right now. There will be a couple things I'm going to do with this thing, but again, we're going to go into more depth. But I am gonna try to find somewhere to attach you guys to. I might try to see if it sticks to the DVD player, and we'll just go for a quick little drive for a second, just so you can sort of see the thing in action. But I am gonna do an overview of this thing, the engine, the transmission, sort of all that sort of stuff. But that's gonna be just a quick little drive for now. So we're gonna jump in and we're gonna head out. All right, guys, I got you mounted up on the DVD player, and my dog is right next to you, and there's a very good chance that if she doesn't lay down, she's gonna bump you and knock you off. So we're in the FJ 2007 FJ, and we'll just talk a little bit more about why I bought this. So yes, I bought this to go into places that I don't want to take my new vehicles because of Tony, lay down, for taking into places where I don't want to take my new trucks for work. One of the things I do in the spring is I do site inspections, and it sort of help me plan my year. So I get a list of sites that they sort of want looked at for the year. So I go in and basically sort of see how long it's going to take, if anything needs to be done at all, and then sort of plan my summer. So last year, I had my Tundra. I took, to Cape Breton, New Brunswick, Nova Scotia. Some of these places, they haven't had any work done to them for a long time, so they're really crappy. So I took my Tundra, I took Wendell, and away we went. Don't have a Tundra now, obviously. And I don't want to take my 250 or 350, potentially get to a site that has a 2 or 3 kilometer long access road, and at the very start it's grown in. So I can't get in. I'm not taking my truck, brand new truck, through a whole crap load of bushes and getting all scratched up. So I can't get my tools in there, I can't do the inspection, I can't really do anything. So I bought this. So I was looking for a vehicle, and yeah, there's a couple ways I could have gone. I could have gone, a 4Runner. I could have gone an older truck, another Tundra maybe, or Tacoma. I was really bouncing back and forth between the 4Runner and the FJ, and I really like the FJ for a few reasons. The simplicity of it, and the fact that, like I mentioned, basically the inside is like all plastic and rubber. There's no carpet, there's no leather, there's no soft touch material that the dog's claws are gonna scratch. I can throw tools in here and I'm not worried about it. Like, I'm not worried about it at all, really. Like, it's plastic, 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 plastic. The seats are water resistant. Like, you could technically hose this thing down and wash it out, and you really wouldn't need to worry about it. Like, that's what they're made for. And then, going back to the camp. So the camp, an FJ or 4Runner, both of them would have done. But again, for those reasons of this being just all plastic with the dog's claws and stuff. And these are really hard to find. Like, they stopped making these in 2014. This was the first model year, 2007. They did a couple little changes to them along the way. They sort of upgraded the engine a bit. They did some modifications to the 4-liter V6. This one makes like 239 horsepower, 240 horsepower. Alright guys, so you fell over, so I'll need to look at something going forward, but I'm just going to make this video quick. I'm going to end it here in a second. But I've had this for about a week, and so far I love it. It takes a little getting used to driving it, your sight lines and all that sort of stuff. It's definitely, the visibility is not as good in this thing as it is in the 4Runner and in my 250 and 350, 550. A big pillar back there. Takes a little getting used to, but it's super fun, super maneuverable. You can turn this thing on a dime. I had it back like a 15-kilometer service road getting into a site the other day, and I was just flying back the road, watching the dust fly. The Fox shocks, it's unbelievable how smooth it is. I go back to the camp, like I could do 25-30 clicks going back there, and I'd be only doing like 10-15 in my trucks. So it's awesome for those reasons. it's basically got everything that I would want to do to it anyway. It's got the lift, it's got the roof rack, it's got the winch on the front. It's already got basically everything that I want to add to it. You know, maybe down the line I'd like to throw a set of wheels on it. We'll see. But for now, I'm just gonna dip them. So I'm gonna block them out. But yeah, we're just getting started with this guy. It's the new little addition. So it's a work and a play thing all in one. So that's pretty cool. But anyway, guys, that's gonna be it for now. Lots more coming on the channel for sure, you know, as you guys know. Once we get some good weather, I'll definitely be doing some 250, 350 videos, towing, MVG, all that sort of stuff. But for now, that's it, guys. Everyone, take care, stay safe, work hard, get her done. Go make that dollar, guys. All right, see ya. Bye.